The night air was shattered by the roar of flames and the wail of sirens. A young firefighter, just 30 years old, charged into the inferno, emerging moments later with a precious bundle in his arms, baby girl, wrapped tightly in a soot-stained blanket. He placed the crying infant into her mother's desperate hands. Through his oxygen mask, he could hear the mother's raw, tearful scream. "Thank you, thank you." As the ambulance pulled away, carrying the mother and child to safety, he saw a tiny, heart-shaped birthmark on the baby's hand. The years flew by. Calendars flipped from 2002 to 2025. The brave young firefighter was now 53, his hair streaked with gray. At his retirement ceremony, his colleagues praised his courage and decades of service. But behind the brave smiles, a shadow loomed. A devastating cancer diagnosis had given him only months to live. Soon, he found himself in a sterile hospital bed, the sounds of beeping machines replacing the sirens he knew so well. His family surrounded him, their faces etched with grief. He was weak, fading, his own life's fire slowly extinguishing. Just then, a young female doctor, 26 years old, entered the room, clipboard in hand. She glanced at the patient's name, then at the man in the bed. She froze, her eyes locked onto his weathered face, a flicker of recognition in their depths. Slowly, with a trembling hand, she rolled up the sleeve of her white coat. There, on her own hand, was a faint, heart-shaped birthmark. The retired firefighter's eyes widened in disbelief. The memories of that fiery night came rushing back. Tears welled up in the young doctor's eyes as she leaned in and whispered, her voice choked with emotion. "You pulled me out of that fire." The man's own tears began to fall, tracing paths through the lines on his face. She took a steadying breath, her voice growing stronger, filled with a new and powerful resolve. "No," she said, "it's my turn to save you." As fate would have it, she was a perfect match for the bone marrow transplant he desperately needed. In a quiet, sterile operating room, they lay on beds side by side. The hero who once carried her from the flames was now being given a second chance at life by the very person he had saved. We then see a beautiful montage. The little girl with the heart-shaped birthmark growing up, always keeping a faded photograph of the firefighter on her nightstand. We see her as a teenager, poring over thick medical textbooks, his old fire helmet sitting proudly on her desk, a silent source of inspiration. On her graduation day from medical school, she clutches his old, retired fire badge, a promise fulfilled. We see her on her first day as a doctor, her own badge bearing his retired number. And we see the moment she ran to his room, her heart pounding after seeing his name on the hospital's patient list. The recovery was a journey they took together. healthy and full of life once more. They walked through a sun-drenched park. He pushed her on a swing, just as a father might push his daughter. A brief flashback showing him swinging her as a little girl in his imagination. 23 years ago, he gave her the gift of life. Today, she gave it back. As they stood together under a golden sunset, they hugged, two lives intertwined by destiny and heroism. A final image lingers. Their hands side by side, the heart-shaped birthmark glowing softly between them. Some heroes wear capes, but others wear turnout gear. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories of hope and human connection.